What's going on with the tea coming up? Don't spill it on me. It's your boy, first time motherfucking Corey, and I'm back at it like a motherfucking crack addict with tea. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? The queen is back for another motherfucking one. Can y'all please clap it up? Like, I'm being consistent. Last time I posted, I think it was like a week ago, if I'm not mistaken, I had posted that crazy confessionals. Y'all was really acting a fool in those confessionals. Not gonna lie to y'all. Like, y'all played for sure. Y'all definitely played. But let's get into today's video. Today we are going to be doing a DL story time while doing my makeup and while also getting baked. We got a little something for us, for us to get baked while we doing the story time. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notification bells on. That way I get notified when me, the baddest, drops a new video. And let's just get straight into it. Okay, y'all, so let's get right into it. So, mind y'all, this is also like a updated makeup tutorial because we definitely did get some new makeup products and stuff to try out. So, yeah, and then I'm like, we can do like a little review on these. But, so let's start. Since we about to start, let's go ahead and, spark up. Y'all know y'all can spark up with me too, no shade. Don't make me be the only one. Now, this is like low-key already smoked. YouTube, I do not condone smoking. I don't, promote smoking. I don't do any of that. But that's what I'm going to be doing today. So here we have a cute little something left over from last night. So we're gonna go ahead and spark this up. Okay, now let's get started. So first off, this happened like over the summer, and like this was like a summer situation, like during the summer. I think this happened like maybe like July. You know what? Somewhere like towards the end of the summer. So basically, one night I was on Snapchat, and we're gonna name this boy. We're gonna name him. Let's name him Bob. We're gonna name him Bob. We're gonna, yeah. Let's name him Bob. So we're gonna name him Bob. So basically, one night I'm on Snapchat and Bob had added me back. Mind y'all, let's keep this in mind. I had Bob already added on Snapchat for like a long time. I already had Bob added on Snapchat for like a like a long time previously, to before like us like talking or whatever, right? So boom, I'm on Snapchat one night, I'm scrolling, I'm replying to my snaps from people or whatever, and I see at the top that I got a notification that Bob had added me back on Snapchat. So he had added me back or whatever, which I was confused about. I don't really know why he had added me back, but I wasn't really thinking too much about it. Like, I didn't question it or nothing. I was just like, it's weird that he's following me back, like right now. So it's maybe like 3 o'clock at night, maybe. Or no, I mean, it may be 12. It's like really early in the night. It's nothing like, too crazy. It's like 12 o'clock at night, and he had added me back or whatever. I'm like, okay, I don't know what he added me back for, but, I'm not gonna think too much about it. So boom, I start like, we start snapping each other. I send him a snap or whatever, and then he sent one back immediately. I was like, okay, so I started snapping him, and then in the midst of me snapping him, I get off of Snapchat for a little bit, and I was on TikTok, and then I went back to go check my Snapchat, and when I went to go back to check it, I seen like it was like a text from him. So I was confused on like what is he texting me for? I just opened the text and I texted him back or whatever, right? So I opened a text, and when I'm texting him back, he had said, hey, you know, I was like, what's up? You know, I was being dry. I wasn't like, you know, really doing nothing too crazy. I was just texting him because I was generally confused on like, you know, why he was texting me, and he didn't really have a reason to text me. So basically, he texted me whatever. He said, hey. I texted him back. I was like, what's up? And then we started talking for a little bit. So in the midst of us talking, he was like, damn, where's my fucking beauty blender, bitch? Like, what's going on? Okay, anyway. Sorry, guys. A little crash out moment. But basically, he was like, he, like, in the middle of us having a conversation or whatever, he was like, yo, like, you want to play truth or dare? Like, I'm mad bored or whatever. I was like, sure. Like, I didn't, you know, I wasn't thinking too much about it. I was just like, okay, sure, let's play truth or dare. I mean, like, I don't really give a fuck. So we played the truth or dare, right? And he was like, we were like doing truth or dare, but it wasn't like any crazy questions at first. It was just like, you know, he was like, send me a picture of what you're like watching right now. Or he was just like, send a voice message. I was like, okay. So I'm like doing all the dares, whatever. And in the middle of like us doing a dare, I'm like, hold on, baby, because there's no reason why. Like, I had to like lock in for a second and think. I was like, come on, bitch, like, don't, like, you really gotta think about this. Like, why is a straight man texting you this late at night? It's 12 o'clock at night, and you know, normally people are in bed right now, sleep, unless you're like at a party or something. You know, why are you up texting me? So I was like, hold on, bitch, let me lock in. I'm like, okay, hold on, let me see like what type of time he's on, because like, there's no reason for you to be texting me this, you know, late at night. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, let me lock in and see, like, let me figure out what he actually wants from me. See, like, if he was really on that for real, like, let me see if he really on that. Like, what is he trying to do? Like, it's like mad late, and you texting my phone trying to play like truth or dare. So like, let me see like what you want. So boom, it came back to my channel, whatever. So I was like, truth or dare, and he was like, dare. I was like, okay, we finna see right now. And I was like, okay. I was like, y'all, they're kind of freaky. So if y'all don't want to hear this, skip ahead. But I was like, okay. I was like, send me a picture. I was like, send me a picture in your underwear or whatever. He said that motherfucker. Like, girl, he said that motherfucker, like, for real. He sent it. I was like, oh my God. And it, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't small, but he sent it, and I was kind of gagged. So I was like, oh, like, he sent this motherfucker. So, but we started talking a little bit more, and you know, as we're talking, it gets to like that type of conversation, like that freaky kind of conversation where it's like, you know, when you gonna, you know, suck me up, or we gonna do blah 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 blah. So I was like, you know, I will. Like, I like, bitch, I'm not scared to. Hey, I ain't scared of nothing for real. So if I say I'm gonna do that shit, I'm gonna do that shit. It's up to you if you really gonna do it or not. So boom. So boom, like I was saying, right? Like, honestly, y'all, I was just, I don't know. He was basically just saying like a bunch of freaky stuff, which I really don't want to repeat. So boom, of course, you know, I was being bold in those text messages. I was like, you know, yeah, like, yeah, we can do that. Like, when you want to do it, I might pull up right now type shit. Like, you know, like, I'm on that, bitch. Like, you know, bitch, I ain't scared, bitch. Like, I said what I said. Like, you know, you said you wanted to get that sucked, then come get your dick sucked. Like, I don't, like, no, I'm never scared to just say like that to a nigga. Like, bitch, what the fuck do I look like being scared to say something, like, say that to a nigga? Like, bitch, I said what I said. Now it's up to you if you actually want to come do it, bitch, because I'm not scared to do it in the first place. So it's like, if you really want to, you know, do that, then come on, like, let's go do that. Like, nobody's stopping you. Like, come over. So basically, like, I'm telling him, I'm like, oh, for real? I'm like, all right, so come pull up right now. He was like, oh, I can't pull up right now. I was like, okay, so take your car. Because him and his brother, which we're going to call Todd, since the other brother's name is Bob, so we're going to call him Todd. I was like, okay, so go use your brother's car, because his brother had a car, and, you know, his brother had a car, and I was like, okay, go use your brother's car. Like, nobody's stopping you from going to go use your brother's car, because everybody should be asleep right now. Mind you, it's late. You know, it's really late. So I'm like, you know, go use your brother's car, and you should be good, or whatever, right? So, boom, I was telling him to go, like, I'm like, go use your brother's car, like, you're gonna be good, like, you know, like, go use your brother's car, you're gonna be good, and, you know, everybody's asleep right now, so you should just be able to take the car or whatever, right? He was like, oh, well, my brother's car ain't got no gas, like, it's literally on E, so it's just been sitting there. I'm like, okay, so, like, at this point, I'm, like, thinking, like, he's trying to find every excuse to, like, not come, right? So, basically, he was like, he was like, the only way I'm gonna be able to get over there is you, like, if you can Uber me over there. I was like, okay. I was like, I can I was like, I can try it, Uber you over here, you know, I gotta figure out how to get the money or whatever, which I don't even know why in my mind, like, I was even thinking about Ubering this nigga there. Like, I think I was just trying to be grown at that time, but girl, I was just trying to be grown and trying to get some, I'm not gonna lie. So basically, I was like, I could try to Uber you over here. And he was like, all right, bet, you know, just like let me know or whatever, right? So basically, he was like, um, just let me know, whatever. If you could Uber me over there. Ooh, cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
All right. Put her down for a second. So basically, yeah, he was like, you know, let me know if you could Uber me over there or not. And if you can't, it's cool. I can try to figure out a way to get over there, but, you know, I can't promise nothing. So I was like, all right, you know, I got you. Like, I'm gonna see if I can try to get you over here. Oh, I haven't been showing y'all anything, but I haven't used nothing new yet, but I'm about to. So this is like I got this concealer. I don't know the name of this brand, but I got this concealer, and this concealer is really good. This is the one I've been using now. I think I just got this not too long ago. So, but anyways, he was like, you know, let me know if you can Uber me over there, and if you can't, I can try to find a way to get over there or whatever. I was like, all right, cool. So, boom. A day goes by, and then we were talking, but we wasn't really talking about nothing for real, for real. We was just like chatting or whatever. Like, we was just talking. So, boom. I text my grandpa one day. I text my grandpa one day, and I was like, do you think you can send me some money or whatever? Like, I told him I had to go to cheer or something, and at this time, like, I wasn't even in cheer. So I was like, basically, I was like telling him, like, can you just send me some money, and I have something to do, and I don't have it right there, or whatever. He was like, yeah, I got you. So I was like, okay, bet. So I immediately texted what's it called? I text him, and I was like, hey, like, my grandpa said he's supposed to be sending the money today or whatever. So my grandpa never sent the money that day. So he was like, even texting me, he was like, so what's the word? Like, with your grandpa or whatever? Like, is he still sending the money or what? I was like, I don't know. I texted him twice already. He just hasn't said anything back. And he was just like, all right, bitch, you know, just let me know or whatever. I was like, all right. So boom, we never ended up doing something that day. Like, he never came over or anything. We never ended up doing anything that day. So, basically, since we never ended up doing nothing that day, I was just like, okay, so maybe he's not going to send the money today or whatever, right? So boom, the next day come, I text him again. I was like, hey, you know, what's going on? I thought you said you were gonna send me some money yesterday. And he was like, oh shit, like I totally forgot, my fault. I'm gonna send it to you today before I mean she was like when I leave work or something. So I was like, all right, like don't forget for real. Cause I was like he was already confused and he was like wondering if I was still doing it. I was wondering if he was still doing it because I really thought, you know, he was still playing in my face or whatever. So I was like, okay, is he still gonna do it? Like while I'm trying to get the money, like I'm literally asking him for money so you can come over here, and I don't need you flaking out if the Uber comes and then you don't even get in the Uber, and then you waste my money. So that's gonna piss me off. So basically, my grandpa sent the money like he said. So I texted him and I was like, hey, you know, I got the money or whatever. I was like, you can come over tonight. He was like, oh, for real? I was like, yeah. I was like, are you still trying to do it tonight? And he was like, yeah, I can. What's it called? I'm just not at my house right now. I was like, okay, that's fine. Are you gonna be at your house tonight? He was just like, yeah. So boom. I was like, okay, you know, cool, babe. We chilling, we vibing, you know, cool. So, I didn't text him that whole day, like, cause I like literally spent that whole day like getting ready and trying to get myself ready. Cause mind y'all, never done this before. We like, I never did nothing with no boy before, so it's like my first time like really doing something like with a guy, whatever. So basically, I'm like in the shower doing the most. Like I'm like trying to like, you know, shave and everything. I'm rushing in the shower, twerking in the shower. I'm just like turned up in the shower, like just overly geeked in the shower. And then like I start getting nervous and stuff because like, you know, it's starting to get close to that time. Like it's like, you know, it's starting to get dark outside. So it's like, okay, I gotta lock in because he's about to come over and then I gotta get ready still. And, you know, just scared out of my fucking mind, not knowing what to do, like honestly. So basically, I'm in the shower and you know, I'm jamming out. I'm like, hey, 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 ho, whoa, you know, cutting up in the shower, throwing the ass, like just doing, you know, just turning up. And then like I remember like I look at the time, I said
The woman was too.
oh bitch. I I gotta hurry up. Like no shade, like I gotta hurry up. So boom, basically, right, I'm like, you know, rushing into the shower and, you know, I'm trying to get dressed. Like, I didn't slip and fell like Mario. I didn't hop out the shower and just on the floor. Like, I'm like, how did I slip and fall? I'm like, all right, yo, like, let me lock in. Let me get up, you know, try to get myself together. So, boom. I, like, you know, get in the shower. You know, I'm, you know, doing regular stuff, you know, not trying to make it noticeable like that. Like, I'm trying to do something sneaky or not. Because I feel like my mom would be knowing whenever he's trying to do like stuff like sneaky stuff. Like I feel like she'd be knowing. Like, you know, like it's just like always that one parent that knows like their kid is up to something like before y'all even get to do it, you know? So I'm chilling, I'm just talking to her, you know, just chilling, like, you know, having a normal day or whatever. So boom. Like we eating dinner or whatever, chilling, vibing, and you know, it starts getting, ooh, crap, that's a lot about it. I'm like, oh, okay, y'all, like, it's starting to get to that time, you know, everybody finna start settle down, you know, chill out. I'm like, all right, bad, like, you know, this is where I gotta lock in, you know, make sure my room clean and stuff, you know, make sure I smell good, taste good, but look great, feel great. So boom, basically, you know, I'm just trying to make sure I, you know, lick teeth, smell good. okay, I'm just trying to make sure, like, you know, I'm like chilling, vibing, whatever, right? So boom, it gets to that time, and you know, I go out and you know make sure everybody's still asleep or whatever. And to my surprise, you know, everybody's asleep. You know, my brothers, sisters, their doors closed. You know, I hear their TV playing, so I'm like, okay, you know, we're chilling right now. And then my mom's door, it was like cracked open. It was either like cracked open very slightly or it was closed. It was one of the two. But basically, I was like in the hallways making sure everybody was asleep. I got up and went to the restroom like 3 times that night. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just making sure everybody's asleep. Now, the day that this happened, it was late at night, and I was like telling him like, "Hey, everybody's still not asleep yet. Just give me a little bit, and I'm gonna text you when everybody's asleep." And he was like, "All right, babe, you know, cool, whatever." So boom, I was telling him, I'm like, "All right, you know, like we're good. Like everybody's asleep right now." He was like, I was like, "I'm gonna order your Uber." He was like, "All right, bet." So I ordered the Uber or whatever, and when I ordered the Uber, I think I did like on Apple Pay or something. I don't remember. Um, it was either on Uber or Apple Pay, but that's not important. I bought the Uber, yeah, man. So I bought the Uber and um told him like, "Hey, your Uber's on the way." Sent him the picture of the car, whatever. And I told him like, you know, make sure you be outside when your Uber gets there. He was like, "All right, bet." So boom, I told him his Uber's outside, and he wasn't answering me. I was like blowing up his phone, like, "Hey, hey, hey, like your Uber's outside, like don't miss your Uber, don't miss your Uber." And I look on the Uber app, and then I see the Uber app, like like you know how you on the Uber app, and then like you get in the car, and then the the Uber screen switches screens on your phone, and it like shows you like what time you get to your destination, like or whatever. That's what I seen on my phone when he got in the car. So boom, he got in the car, and I'm blowing up his phone, and then I finally see he get in the car. I'm like, okay, so why is he not texting me? I was like, did somebody else getting his Uber or something? Like, I'm just thinking the worst that happened, like just like overthinking the whole situation. So boom, he was like, yo, I'm in the Uber, you know, we're good or whatever. Like we chilling. I'm like, all right, bad. Like I was like, okay, just let me know when you get here. So boom, he texts me. He was like, yo, I'm here. I'm like, damn, why you get here so fast? I'm like, how did you get here so fast? I didn't think you lived that close to me. Like I like really thought he lived farther. I thought it was gonna take him a little minute to get there. So I'm like, damn, like he here already? So he calls me, whatever. He was like, all right, where do I go? So I'm on the phone. I'm whispering to him like this. I'm like, okay, well, you need to go this way and you need to turn this way. I was like, girl, just doing the most. Trying not to get caught, but just being, oh, girl, just being thirsty for some deal trade that, girl, oh, girl, that likes, man, like, I can't, like, I just hate deal, man. To all my gay people, don't do the deal. Don't do the deal trades. Do, like, you know, talk to somebody who's openly gay. You know, deals are just like not even worth the time to deal with, you know? So basically, tell him where to go. And then he like shows me where he is, and then he found the way to get in. And he was like, all right, what building I go to? I was like, okay, come to this building on the second floor. He was like, okay, bet. I was like, okay, give me a second to come to the door to come get you, like, and you gotta be fucking quiet when I come get you. Like, don't make no motherfucking noise. And he was like, all right, bro, all right, all right. So boom, my little, oh girl, this little fast bitch, she gets up to go open the door. I'm like sneaking in there, you know, like walking slightly, trying not to make no noise, you know, stepping in, you know, the spots where the floor don't creak. So boom, I get to the door. When I get to the door, he's standing there on the side of the door, just like black as hell, and this fucking yam on his nose, yo. Like, just standing there at my door with his shoes in his hands. I'm like, bro, we're like, what the fuck is you doing? So I'm like, you know, what the fuck is you doing just standing at my door? You look stupid as shit. Like, what the fuck is you doing? And I'm like, trying not to laugh at him. I'm like, bitch, get your dumb ass in the house. Cause like, at this point, bitch, you both finna get us caught. So I remember like, I'm like, okay, come in. So I tell him to wait right there. I'm like, don't make no noise, bro. So I tell him to wait right there. And he comes in or whatever. And he was like, damn, it's cold as shit. I'm like, sorry, y'all. I had to get y'all that shade. That was the opportunity to get y'all. But no, my phone had died. So, yeah. But basically, like I was saying, he was inside the house, and then I was trying to shut the door behind us because I didn't want him shutting my door, and then he accidentally slammed the door or locked the locks too loud, and then it echoed through the house. No, we don't got time for that, boo-boo. So, hold on, guys. We're about to use settings spray. Give me a second. Okay. Anyways, so basically, I was telling him, wait right here, and then we can go to my room. So basically, I'm trying to shut the door and, you know, lock the locks back to the house. You know, try not to make, you know, too much noise or whatever, right? So boom, I tell him, I'm like, all right, come on, follow me. And I went first because my mother's door was cracked open. I remember now because when we were sneaking back in, I looked back and her door was open. So I was like, fuck, how am I gonna get him past there? But there was sleep. I think I was just being paranoid at that time because I ain't never snuck nobody in the house. So, basically, we walked past them or whatever. And after we walked past them, we get in my room. I literally went in my room, immediately locked the door. Like, it was the first thing I did. I got in my room and I literally locked the door. I was not, hell no. I couldn't even, bitch, getting caught was like not even an option, bitch. That wasn't, no, bitch. He was going to either, the plan was, even if she was trying to open my door, baby, I would say, get your ass under that bed. But everything with you and go under that bed. I don't give a fuck if it was dirty under there. I don't care if, like, no, I don't care if you seen like a sock down there, underwear. Girl, I don't care what you seen down there. Get under that bed, be quiet, and don't say nothing, bitch. That was the plan, bitch. Bitch. Getting caught was never an option, baby. Was never a fucking option. So boom, we get in my room. I have like a little movie on my screen or whatever. We was watching what's that movie with SZA and Keke Palmer? One of Them Days. That's what we was watching. One of Them Days. And he was like, all right, so what we finna watch? I was like, oh, it's this little show called One of Them Days. It's like Friday or whatever. He was like, what? Nothing ain't like Friday. I was like, well, basically that's what the fuck it is, bitch. Then that's when I said what the fuck it is. So boom. After that, we're like watching the movie, and then it's like 5 minutes into the movie, and we just like laying in the bed, like laying next to each other. So I'm like, awkward. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't like. This is not. No, this is not that, boo boo. We didn't. No, no. Literally no. So I was like, no, like you didn't come here to do that. Like, why are we just like, you know? Sorry y'all for the noise. I'm trying to put my powder in my thing. Ooh. It smells good though. That's that. It's Huda Beauty, that Easy Bake powder. Yeah, but yeah. I'm like, no, baby, you didn't come here to just lay down in the bed. I was like, I bet, and neither did I Uber you over here that for. So I was like, okay, so what we finna do? And I was like, cause I was like, I know you didn't come over here to sit over here and watch my movie. And he was like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, I know you didn't come over here to watch my movie. I know you didn't come over here to, you know, just sit here and chill and just try to. No, it wasn't giving that with you, because that's not what you was giving in them text messages, boo. That's not what it was giving in them text messages. Y'all, I know I look really white. I thought you was part of just give me a second, please. But yeah, I was like, boo, you didn't come here to sit here and watch no damn movie and, you know, sit in my face. You know, that's not what it was giving. That's not what them text messages was giving, at least. So, boom. I took the lead. I was just like, okay, so you're playing this game, like you're trying to play shy or whatever. I'm like, and it's not giving that, because, you know, that's not what he was giving at them texts. It was giving like, damn, you on the edge of the bed, you about to fall off. Like, that's what it was giving with him. Like, he was just like leaning in the edge of the bed, like just sitting there. I'm like, okay, baby, you didn't give this, so what we finna do? So I took initiative, of course, because, you know, it never gave scary, it never gave pussy, and it definitely never gave, you know, scared. You know, it just never gave that with me. So I like, y'all, also, if y'all don't want to hear nothing freaky, y'all would skip forward if I was y'all. But, you know, I, you know, put my hand under the cover, and then I went under the cover, and I, like, mind you, I think he just had his pants on. He either had his pants on, he had his underwear on, I don't remember. But I went under the cover, and I was like, I touched his dick. Like, that's what happened. I just touched it, and he was like already hard. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, so I was like, yeah, baby, you definitely didn't come here to just sit here watching no movie, no shade. So basically, I told him, I was like, what we finna do? And he just like moved the cover out the way, and he just like took his pants off. So basically, you know, I did my one too, and I just, you know, did my one, and he was like just sitting there, you know, just making a noise, like, and he was fucking shaking and shit, like he was having like, I don't know, he was just shaking like he was having a seizure, girl. So I was just doing my shit. So boom, he everywhere, and then after that, we were like, he was like, you trying to fuck? I was just like, I was like, I don't know. I'm like, you're gonna be my first body or whatever, and I ain't never done that before. And he was just like, oh, what else? Cool, whatever. I was just like, he was just like, do you want to fuck? I was just like, sure, I guess. So basically, you know, we did our one again, and he was again on my butt. I would put the video, but the video is too explicit. But okay. So basically after that, ooh, look like a glazed donut, girl. Anyways, after that happened, it was just like, I don't know, kind of awkward or whatever. And he was sitting there, and I was like, you're not spending the night. He was like, what? He was like, oh no, I'm just gonna chill here for a little bit. Is that okay? I'm like, girl, no, like, girl, you're not finna chill at my house. Like, I just don't want you here. Like, we did our thing, and then that's what it was. Like, girl, you're not finna sit here at my house after we do what we did. Like, I'm confused. Like, this is not sleepover. It's not giving sleepover. It's just, like, not giving that with me. So, mind you, I'm like, you know, I'm like, no, you're not sleeping over. And he was just like, why? Like, why you don't want to sleep over? I'm like, because I don't want you to sleep over in my house. And he was just like, all right. So, boom. I was like, he was like, when you go order my Uber? I was like, oh, baby, your Uber's already ordered. It's 3 minutes away. You better get dressed. Like, I was not playing with him. Like, girl, no, it wasn't giving sleepover with me after. So, after that, I told him, I was like, all right, your Uber's outside. And he was like, you're not gonna give me no hug? I'm like, what? Mind you, like, I don't want to give you no hug. Like, I didn't already, like, girl, like, what do you want to hug for me for? Mind y'all, when I came in the door, like when I came to come get him, like I had on my Essentials hoodie and then I had on my Nike Pros or whatever. And I had my Nike Pros on and he's sitting there and he just like hits my so fucking hard. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I'm never wearing this around you again. And so boom, I'm like, what do you want me to give you a hug for? I was like, your Uber's outside, it's about to leave. And I was like, you better hurry up. He was like, come on, just give me a hug. So I went up to him, like after, cause I was like, okay, I'll give you a hug at the door. So I gave him like, I went to the door and he was like, okay, give me my hug. I was like, okay. So I like leaned out and I was like leaning forward like this. Like I wasn't even trying to like, you know, give him like a full body hug. But like I like was leaning forward, I was giving him a hug and he like grabbed my fucking waist and like pulled me in closer. And he was just like, I was just like, okay. I'm like trying to push him off. And then I was like, go, your Uber's outside or whatever, right? So boom. Literally after all this happened, like, he got home or whatever, and then we didn't text her that night. And then I woke up, and when I woke up, I was like, okay, maybe I should text him, maybe I shouldn't, like, I don't know if I should. So, I text him in the morning or whatever, right? And why is he yelling? Like, okay. Anyways, let's finish the story time real quick. Oh, YouTube, I don't condone drinking either. What? Why is he yelling? Yelling? Like, why is he yelling? Anyways. Okay, so basically, like I said, I was like, should I text him? I'm like, should I text him the next morning? Like, should I text him? I'm like, if I text him, like, what is the reason for me texting him or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't text him. So boom, I didn't even have to text him. I didn't even text him. He snapped me. Help. Ooh.
She's feeling cons. She's more than proud.
Anyways, so basically, I didn't even like text him first. He texted me. So he was like, well, he stopped me. He was like, good morning. I was like, good morning. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why is you texting me? Like, why is you snapping me? Like, what is you snapping me good morning for? Like, I feel like if you're supposed to be like a deal situation, like, you shouldn't be snapping me after the fact, you know? Okay, anyways, like I was saying, I was thinking, like, why are you texting me? Like, I feel like, why are you texting me after the fact? Like, like, what do you still want from me? So he said good morning. I texted him good morning again. And then he was, like, sending me videos of his D or whatever, right? And then one of the pictures, it was like, don't tell anybody about this. And he was like, can you keep a secret? He was like, can you keep a secret for daddy? I was like kind of irritated. Oh, sorry, y'all. I was kind of irritated. Like, what are you telling me to keep a secret for? Like, you shouldn't even have to tell me to keep a secret because, like, I was gonna tell nobody in the first place. But, like, bitch, I was like, at the same time, I'm like, I'm gonna use this against you a little bit because it's like, I was like, I just want you to know, like, if you ever try me at school or you try to be funny around a like group of people or like try to be funny like around anybody and try to like crack jokes about me, bitch, I'm gonna say something about you and it's gonna be funny to everybody else surrounding me. Cause bitch, you're gonna be the only nigga that's looking stupid after I say what I say about you, bitch. So I was like, okay, I got you. I was like, just don't play with me. And he was like, what you mean? I was just like, I don't know. You just gonna have to figure out. He was just like, all right. And then, yeah, and then after that, y'all, in the middle of us, like, you know, talking or whatever, I would, like, had, like, leak somebody or whatever. He was like, I just don't, he had slid up on the story talking about, oh, don't do that. He was like, don't do that to me. I was like, I won't, just don't play with me. I was just like, don't play with me. And then, you know, nothing is going to happen to you, just don't play with me. So, boom. After that, you know, the whole situation was done. And then I remember it had got brought up. And then, like, me and my friend had got to an argument. And then I was like, I said his name. And then the girl was like, what? I was just like, she was like, he was like, did he say Bob's name? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, oh. And then, she had found out, and then his brother had found out that he came up to my house because I guess yo. Anyways, hold on. I guess his brother found out that, you know, I was saying stuff about him. Or whatever, which I didn't really care. But Bob had confessed to his brother that, you know, he went over to my house or whatever. But he was just trolling. I'm like, how was you trolling and you was in my house getting your dick sucked and then you was fucking me? Like, what are you talking about? Like, girl, bitch, find something safe to do, bitch. Like, stop fucking playing. Oh my god, y'all, this lighter will not work. Anyways, I was like, bitch, like, you're playing. Like, girl, find something safe to do, bitch. Like, ain't nobody worry about you. I was like, ain't nobody worry about you or whatever. I'm like, nobody worry about you. Like, you just talking. But yeah, and then after that, he had texted me, talking about, oh, like, you're weird and whatever. And then in the middle of me and his brother arguing, I was like posted on my note. I was like, y'all wouldn't believe it if I told y'all. And then after that, I had posted on my note. I was like, y'all won't believe who brother gay. And then, like, he had literally added me back on Instagram just to text me and be like, oh, like, who are you talking about? He was, like, saying, like, merch and stuff. Like, I was like, girl, ain't nobody got no fucking lie. I'm like, go ask your brother. So, yeah. That's it, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this little video. I hope y'all, you know, really like this. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn y'all post notification bells on. That way y'all can notify me the baddest drops in the video. And we out, y'all. Love y'all so much. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Mwah. Bye.
Pulling up outside of magic. Low when I'm ripping the plastic. Low when I'm popping the last.